All right, can you guys hear me now? Deb's here on time. Awesome. Let me get into here. Okay, I should have sound now. Okay, great. Yeah, guys, I don't know what's going on. I got that really expensive sound system. I should have gone to Walmart and bought a cheap one, probably worked better. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, we have Donna from a broiling North Carolina. I am so sorry, Donna. It's just hot everywhere. Linda's got a heat wave up in New York. Linda, my friend, stay cool. And Joey's coming from a beautifully cool Escondido, California. Joey is probably the only one who's got a good temperature right now. Kendra's here from Ohio and Judy from Greenleaf, Wisconsin. You know, that's not too far from where I live. Linda, my Michigander buddy, so good to see you. And Ronnie, good evening from northeastern Arizona. Ken is jealous, Ronnie. You could have taken him home with you. No, just kidding. Kendra. Okay. Um, so we can hear you can hear me now. Okay, good. There we go. Let's see. Jean is here from Mount Vernon, Washington. And Becky, hello. Welcome. Good to have you here. Linda is here from El Paso, waiting for rain. Ah, waiting for rain. It's different when it rains in El Paso than it does up here. We get just horrible. Of course, you guys get a little bit of humidity in El Paso too, don't you?
Diane says she still cannot hear.
Diane says you still cannot hear. Okay. Charlene, Diane, try going out and coming back in. Okay. Can everyone else hear okay, though? Hi, Lori. Connecticut is hot and steamy. All right. Because it is showing, okay, it is showing that my sound should be working. Okay, good. We are. Dot is here from Rosemead, California. Oh, no, okay. Linda says they only get humidity during the monsoon season. Otherwise, it's pretty dry. Need the rain. Yeah, I can understand that. I really can. Okay, guys. I'm gonna turn myself around here, and we're gonna take a look at some templates because Diane can hear in Wichita Falls. Probably can hear me talking from here. Um, the comments are missing. Boy, today is just a really weird day. Hi, Monica. Monica's here from Durand, Illinois. And yeah, it's been a real weird day. I wonder if the heat has something to do with it. I don't know. Anyway, Freedom Edge, heart, two-piece template set. We have a 3x2 and a 3x3 design. This is going to be our 3x2. This is going to be our 3x3. These templates work great for edge to edge designs. I might show you a little bit of that tonight. The edge to edge is pretty simple. It's easy. It's well explained on the back of the card here, but it can do so much more. And that's what I want to show you. I want to show you what else it can do. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to, where are we at, Ken?
Diane Walker on 906.
Okay, ask her to go into So Steady. Maybe she'll be able to get on from there. Hi, Mary Lou. And Carla's here from Oklahoma City. Wow. The internet is just whacked out today. Doesn't like the heat. Okay, so we have very nice directions. I like this heart for one reason more than anything else, and that is the top of this heart is not a point like most of our hearts are. Now, we have a lot of lines on this heart. We have a vertical center we have this horizontal is going to be at the bottom of the heart. And then we have this little flourish thing going on down here. And what you'll see, these dotted lines are going to intersect into thin air, but where the needle will intersect. I'm going to show you first how to do a frame with this. And was it intended to be used that way? No, absolutely not. But I like to do that. Now, with that being said, if we don't get through everything today, remember that I am doing these templates more than just on Tuesday night. I'm also doing them Wednesday morning. And my goal with that is to make sure that I don't do the same designs on the Tuesday evening shows I do on Wednesday morning show. Remember though, they're not going to be like, I'm not going to come in tomorrow and do the same template, because Tuesday night, I'm going from A to Z in the alphabet through the templates. On Wednesday morning, I started at Z and I'm working back towards A. So I can't really even tell you how long it's going to be before these are going to come up again, but they will. Okay. So let's make it, let's go ahead and let's make a frame with our freedom edge. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set my foot height there. I'm going to go ahead and bring my thread up to the top. Check the camera. Make sure that you guys have a good vantage point there. And I am going to put this guy down and put my needle back in. I am lining up. There we go. I am lining up my frame edge on this dotted line right here. From here to here is 3 inches. From here to here is 3 inches. So what I want to do, if I'm making a frame, I obviously want to make it multiples of 3. Okay? It just makes math so much easier. If you can't, what I would suggest is come in from one side and then come in from the other side. And if you need to make any kind of adjustment, do it in the middle rotation. It will be the least noticeable. So here we go. This is a symmetric template. So I do not need staple tape on both sides, just one side. This is the tricky portion of this template. Okay, I am going to slow down. I'm going to come through there nice and slow. Make sure I stayed lined up, because that's what used to get me messed up almost every time. And we're going to come around and get this heart done. Now, if you were with us last night, you remember me saying that you should have your hands nice and loose. And I stand by that, guys. I really do. Relax your hands, relax your shoulders, relax your elbows. Just stay nice and relaxed. You don't need a death grip on anything that we're working on here. If you slip with that template a little bit, just go ahead and readjust it. Everything's going to be fine. I promise you. Don't forget where you start.
You're getting out of frame.
I'm getting out of frame. Oh, what happened?
Who bumped it?
I bumped it. Thank you, Kim. I bumped it. I don't want to bump the camera. There we go. I actually got a new one, guys. I'm anxious to try it. It's got a really nice zoom on it, which this one does not have a zoom on it. So that when we're doing designs such as this, we can zoom in nice and close. And there we go. That's one rotation. Isn't that pretty? I love this. Absolutely love this. Now I'm just going to move it over. And what you're going to notice, I want to make sure you got a good view of it. Okay, I need to do a little smooshing because I'm a little bit far out there from my 3-inch. This is 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, and 6 inches. Okay, so it should take 2 rotations. And you see what I did? This also has this edge line, which if you put that edge line over the previous rotation, you know you're going to be lined up well. So here we go. We're going to do another one. You're going to be impressed at just how really easy this is. Okay, just wanted to check that camera one time.
Good.
Ken says I'm good, so I must be good. And we're going to just take it nice and easy. We have no death grip on anything here. Our hands are relaxed. Our shoulders relaxed. Our neck is relaxed. Keep your back straight. Posture counts. Okay, I need to move my hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop with my needle down. I'm going to go ahead, move my hands, and now I'm going to start back up. We do not ever want to move our hands with our needle moving. That is a recipe for disaster. And here we go, right here into that corner. Perfect. Okay, so you see what's happening here? We're getting this really, really awesome looking frame coming along. Now, what are we going to do with this corner? You may want to leave that corner blank, but you don't have to leave that corner blank. What I would do is I would come in here. I would get a drink first because my throat's really dry. And I'm just going to eyeball this, but you could definitely put a 45-degree line here. I'm just going to come in here. I'm coming down at the bottom of my heart here. And we're just going to come around. Do you need to do this? Absolutely not. You do not need to do it. But if you want to do it, you certainly can. It's available for you. I am serious, guys. My stitches just, I feel like they look so much better now that I've learned to rest my hands instead of holding that template tight. Doesn't need to be held tight. Okay, we're going to do another side here. And remember, this is a template that's made to be an edge to edge. But there's so much more we can do with it. I consider this a fairly easy template. So would I suggest a beginner to use it? Absolutely. And what that beginner is going to learn is how to get around a sharp curve without falling off. And this is it right here. Slow down, keep your stitches even, and come right off of it. And you see how beautiful that came out. And down to the edge of our frame. Just going to take one little fixing stitch there. And here we go. One more. I won't go in and do the whole thing. Well, we might have done. I'll get part of it done, and then we'll move on. If we have time, we're gonna come back to this, okay? How's that sound? Because some of the stuff I want to show you, I think is really kind of cool. Well, I was working on this stuff this afternoon. The mantra that keeps going through my head is do something different, do something different. Be different, color outside the lines. And those of you who know me personally, you know I am different. I do like color outside the lines. How about the only thing I don't do weird or different is painting my house, painting my roofs. Okay, so now I'm going to line this up. Again, I'm eyeballing it. You know what? You can eyeball it. You can take your crosshair ruler, go ahead and put that 45-degree line in. It doesn't matter. You're going to be close enough. The more that you eyeball stuff, the easier it's going to become. when you first start, it's not going to be perfect. When you're doing it 10 years down the road, it's not going to be perfect. Okay. I guess what I'm saying is none of it is ever going to be perfect because we are human beings. We are not perfect. So don't beat yourself up over it. Do the best you can and be happy with it. Celebrate those little victories. And please, whatever you do, don't ruminate over your failures. Oh my goodness, if I had spent time sitting and being depressed over every fail that I've had with quilting or ruler quilting, I would have to stay in my room on my bed with a tear-stained pillow for the next 25 years. I have too much to do. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to move ahead and practice. The only way we're going to get better, we have to do it. Talking about it isn't going to accomplish anything for us. We need to do it. Again, we can line this up here, double check in there, making sure you got good view here of what I'm doing. And you can see just how quickly this goes. This template does not take an extra long time to stitch out. There are many different ways that we can make this template into an edge-by-edge design also. Okay, I came off of the template here just a little bit. Now, if I was doing a big quilt, would I care? Probably not. If I was doing a quilt to be judged in a show, would I care? Absolutely, I would. But you know what? I'm not a show quilt kind of gal. I make them to be used and loved and washed and stepped on and cuddled in. And that's what makes quilts so awesome. When you cuddle up in a quilt that someone has made, it's like getting a hug from that person, isn't it? It's so awesome. And then here is our third corner treatment. I do love the ease of this art. The size is beautiful. I love the size. And now we're back in the corner, needle down. I'm going to go ahead and cut this thread off over here. There we go. And now I'm just going to twist this around. And we're going to make another rotation. And around we go. Keeping those stitches a little on the small side. We want to do that because it's a smoother looking arc, circle. It's not a straight line, whatever you want to call it. And it's just going to make it a lot smoother. Our machines can only stitch a straight line. Okay? Our machines cannot stitch a curved stitch. It's impossible. Can't be done. So in order for us to make it look like it's doing that, we want to keep those stitches just a little bit shorter, and it keeps them smoother as we're going around corners. And here's our last one on our frame, and I want it to come here and end up there. And don't forget, I need to do my corner embellishment as well. Now we're going to go. You can see just how quickly this template stitches out. You look at it, and when I first saw it, it intimidated me a little bit because I wasn't really sure what exactly we were going to do with it. And then once I started working with it, it was like, oh, no, I don't need to be intimidated. This is an excellent tool. It really is. And you can use it in conjunction with the other heart sets that you have. Okay, and now this will be the last one. I'm going to come in here, put my corner one in. And around we go. And what I want you to notice is I'm not stitching fast. I tend to stitch a little on the slow side. You all probably know that about me by now, but it's okay. I still get things done quite kindly, actually. And there we go. Now, what do you think of that? Isn't that something? Isn't that a beautiful frame? It could be used for a lot of things. I'm just going to show you one thing that we can do with it, okay? So here it is. I'm going to back you up a little bit so you can see better. You know what? This is part of the problem. There we go. I had it fall down too much today. There. What do you think? Okay, let's see who else is here, okay? Um, whoa, I got a way to go, don't I? Oh, Willie's here from Windsor, Ontario. Hi, Willie. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. And Lisa showed up from Sugarland, Texas. Welcome, Lisa. Always good to see you. Oh, Jan, it is so good to see you. I've been thinking about you, and I'm glad that you're here. Very glad you're here. Pam is here from Maine, and Pam is in the ski country in Maine. She's not on the coast. We got that straightened out yesterday, right, Pam? Suzanne says she's not used her Freedom Edge hearts much, but she's excited to see tonight's demo. Well, Suzanne, I hope I don't disappoint. Okay. Well, Kathy Rodriguez, hello. So good to see you. And Lori is here from Michigan. Julie is here from just up the road. Hi, Julie. Ken is here tonight. And Sue is here from Texas. Mary Ann is got 99 degrees in Maine. I'm sorry, Mary Ann. Maureen is here from Kansas. And Sue, hi, from a sunny Queensland, Australia. I'm sure you're not as warm as we all are here in the States tonight. Cindy is here from Grimes, Iowa. Julie Ann is here from a cold New South Wales, Australia. And Donna says, I love this. Finished is better than perfect. No quilt shows for her. She's too old to worry and too many quilts left to make. I'm right there with you, Donna. I really, really am. I'm coming down to it. I'm coming down to it. Gloria's here from New York, and Lori's well said, Donna. I agree. Okay. Maureen said she came in late. So maybe I already answered this. Do you have to choose a side to follow on the bottom connecting part? Okay. Are you talking about coming from here to here or from here to here? It really does not matter. You can go in either direction, left to right or right to left. If you don't want to use this flourish, you could come here and make your heart and then travel and make another one if you'd like. I think that might be what you're asking, Maureen. If not, please let me know. Oh, do you have to choose a side to follow on the bottom connecting point? I know now. This side or this side, like we do with circles on quilts. I got it. Okay, just took me a second. No. In a word, no. This does not bind up, but it doesn't wiggle either. So you're good to go with that, Maureen. Okay. I think now I got you. Okay. Linda Shell says, I did a border with this on an embroidery project. I'll bet it's gorgeous. I'd love to see it. Linda, please post it, Westalee, by me. Okay. Karen is here from Missouri. Welcome, Karen. Oh, Linda's going to eat taco salad. We'll catch you later, Linda. Thanks for stopping by. And Deanna is here. She's upstate visiting. Okay. And Maureen, I think we've got it. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, so what we can do in here, I want to show you one thing because I'm all about the design. I love the design. So what I've got is a 6-inch in here, a 6-inch square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to just cut it in half. Now I've got 3 inches and 3 inches. I'm going to turn this. I'm going to do it again on this side. And now I've got 3 inches and 3 inches. Okay. Now I could take out my crosshair ruler and come here and do diagonal lines. Or since I'm just here and this doesn't have to be precise, I could do another one. Okay, so here's the deal. What I want to do is I want to put something in the middle of here, but I don't want it to be like what we've done on the outside. I don't want to repeat this. I don't want that, but I want to use the hearts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hearts. Big decision here. Do I put the hearts straight on with a 90-degree angle from the frame, or do I put the hearts in diagonally and then they're going to follow in from the corner? Big decision. Can I do both? No. Well, yes, I can do both, but they're going to overlap. And I personally don't want to do that. I don't want them overlapping. I want each heart to stand on its own. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put them from the center out to the side at a 90-degree angle. So let me go ahead and make sure that, okay, make sure that you can see. There we go. Make sure we got it. Oh, Jean is here. Hi, Jean. It's hot in Newfield, New York, too, right? Oh, it's just warm everywhere, guys. Everywhere, everywhere.
Not long ago, we were complaining about cold.
Yeah, Ken just said not long ago we were complaining about cold, and that's true. We were. And you guys down in Australia were complaining about heat. Now the tables have turned. We're complaining about the heat, and you guys have the cold. Are we just never happy with our weather? I think not. But you know what they say in the UP of Michigan, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It's going to change. And it does.
Okay.
The only place I know where you can wear a bathing suit, shorts, and a snowsuit all on the same day to be comfortable. All of our Halloween costumes are, we dress our kids in Halloween costumes that are like 5 sizes too big because chances are really good they're going to be wearing them over a snowmobile suit, okay, to go trick or treating. Okay, back to center. I'm going to go on the other side. Remember last night we talked about keeping your fabric in the same orientation and stitching out the template in different directions. And we do that so that when we have a bigger project, we're able to maneuver it much easier under the needle. Here we go. Nice and steady. Learn that sound on your machine. Learn what makes the best stitch sound for you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move it. And we're going to line everything up again. What I'm doing, I want to make sure you can see this. I'm lining up this dashed line right here on my center line. That is the line that gives me the very bottom of that heart. Nice and steady. Don't let your dog step on your presser foot. I have one that just loves to sit right next to it. Okay, I'm going to put that needle down, and I'm going to go ahead and move this again. Now, guys, if we want to, we could make this into a shamrock, okay? If you look at it, we could just get an arc down here and make a stem, and it would be a cute shamrock, right?
We're not Irish.
Irish.
We're not Irish today.
We're not Irish today?
No.
Okay. We're not Irish today, Ken said, so we're going to make another heart here. And around we're going to go. And we're going to come right back into the center. And that is going to complete this part of this block. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to bury threads because this is a practice piece. Okay. And there's my bobbin. Good job. Okay. So what do you think? Do you like that? Isn't that awesome? And then what we can do is, I guess, yeah, we actually could put another heart here. Personally, I think it would be too much.
Yeah.
Ken agrees it would be too much, but we could do it if we really wanted to. But isn't that beautiful? You don't even need to do any more than this. That's a beautiful pillow top right there, guys. This is a 15-inch square, a 6-inch block, and we what? 10, 15 minutes, we made a quilted pillow top out of this. And it's beautiful. If you want, you could take some free motion quilting. Anne does awesome free motion quilting. And I'm just going to show you an example of what you could do in here. I'm not going to do it all because I don't have that kind of time. Okay, just going to pull that thread up here. I really admire Anne's work. I love her inclusion of free motion along with the ruler work. And we could just do something very simple. Doesn't have to be fancy. I really believe that to get good at this, you need to practice, of course. But you also need to draw it out. I like to draw stuff out several times before I actually bring it to the machine. This just adds another level of interest to these hearts. We're going to do a couple more rows here and then we're going to stop so we can move on to our next design. This is so relaxing. I just can't believe it. Remember, keep your back straight. That's so important. Our posture when we're sewing is really important because if we have poor posture, what's going to happen is we're going to get tired really easily. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and stop right there. But look at how cute that is and how easy it is. Okay, there we go. We'll cut that off. And we're going to cut that bobbin thread. And like I said, in about 15 minutes, we've made ourselves a beautiful quilted pillow top. Love it. What do you guys think? Ah, you guys like it? Awesome. I am glad that you do. Okay, so let's take a look at what's next. Okay. This is what we're going to do later. But first, well, guess what? I dropped something. What a shock, huh? What a shock. I'm going to go all the way across with this template just one time. And, you've already seen me do it on the frame. This is going to be If you want to do an edge to edge, this is going to be how you're going to start it. I'm going to do it this way coming at me because I think it's going to be easier right now with the camera here and all. And if it's not the end of the world. I can turn it around. All right, let's pull that bobbin thread up. We always want to pull that bobbin thread up when we start and when we finish. If you, a lot of instructors take micro stitches. They just take 3 or 4 micro stitches, and then they bring that bobbin thread up to the top and clip it close. And you know what? That works really well as well. Okay, Carla's got an idea here. Echo around the edge of the center hearts using the foot as a guide. Carla, that's an awesome idea. Absolutely awesome. You guys are so good. I love the fact that you share your ideas with me because we all have different experiences, so we all have different ideas. Isn't that awesome? Okay, we're just gonna come here, and this is going to be just exactly like what we did on our little frame. I'm going to stop here just for a second. And the reason I want to do that is because this corner, this turn right here, to me is the coolest turn ever. It is the turn is not sharp in any way. It is just graceful. And I absolutely love it. The same with the top. We don't have that point at that top. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to get over this virus. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hang on, guys. I apologize. This cough is not going away real easy. I hate subjecting you guys to it. I appreciate your patience though very much. I really do. Okay, so here we go. We got half of our heart done, and we're going to go ahead and finish up. Now, because I took my hands off of the template, that actually kind of was a good thing. You can see that it really didn't mess anything up. Everything stayed nice and straight and even there. And that's because even though I took my hands off the template, I did not turn the template around. Okay, I think we're back this time for good. Okay. I am going to start my second rotation here. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, if we need to, if I can't get this to get it under control, we may quit a few minutes early tonight, although I don't want to, because I just got so much to show you. This is so exciting. I love this template. And the companion template, I love that probably even just a little bit more. There we go.
Lindy is in from Utah.
Lydia's here. Hi, Lydia. It's so good to see you. She loves this template. So do I. I really do. Okay. Now, to come back on the next row, you can do one of two things. And I'm just going to show you the bottom. I'm going to leave that there. You can actually just turn this. I'm not going to do the heart. I'm just going to do the bottom portion of it.
Mustache.
The mustache. Oh, you're right, Ken. It looks just like a mustache. See? Do you see why I keep him around, girls? He's pretty sharp. And his birthday is coming up on Friday. He is going to be 80 years old. And I bought him a wedding ring today for his birthday. So, girls, he's all mine. Hands off, okay? Just so you know. No, he is one heck of a good guy. He really is. And I'm very proud to call him my husband. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that fun?
Linda shows us clearly if you're talking too much.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Or Linda, I could just do more stitching and less talking too, right? Okay, so anyway, this you would come in and put the hearts here and go back and forth on that. And that's how you could do one edge-to-edge design. We'll do edge-to-edge designs the next time we pull this out. I will probably concentrate a little more on the edge-to-edge designs. Okay. I just hope none of you guys get this virus that this doctor said I have. It is horrible. Trying to get over it is even worse. Okay, let's take a look at our second template for tonight. All right. I love this template. I absolutely love this template. I owe Stacy a huge debt of gratitude because when they first gave us these templates to try and use them, this is not what this template looked like. And I made suggestions to change the template, and this is what we ended up with. And to me, it just has made the whole process of using this template so much easier. Now, this template is not symmetrical, okay? The heart is symmetrical, but the flourish is not. If you look, when it goes off to the left, it goes up. When it goes off to the right, it goes up. So we want stable tape on both sides of this template. Let me show you how we're going to stitch it. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch this in an edge to edge, just one row for you. Okay, we're going to take a look how that works out. And we're going to look at all of the markings. I'm going to turn this on. Okay, and then I'm going to move it in a little closer. There we go. I'm going to turn it this way so you guys can see better. Right. We're just going to do one rotation. Around this heart. These hearts can be used in so many different ways. Okay, so now I am back to my point. I am now going to take this part of the template. I'm going to take it off, cut my thread because I don't want it in my way, because I'm spoiled. Okay. Now, what you're going to notice is if we put this piece or this etching on here, it's not going to work. We don't want to do that. What we do want to do is we want to put the flourish on first. Okay? And then we're going to line it up and we're going to come up here. And I'm doing this upside down, guys. All right, here we go. Going to come here. Take this off. Turn my heart over. Whoops. Turn my heart over so that the bottom is pointing to me. And I'm going to set it back on my line. And now I'm going to stitch my heart. What you're going to notice is right here is an edged line for you to line up the previous heart with, okay? And it shows the flourish coming off of it. And around we're gonna go. We're gonna come straight, bingo, right to the bottom, huh? Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that flourish back on. And make sure it's straight.
Shannon Grady.
And we're going to come back around to here and stop. Take this one off. Now I'm going to put my heart right side up again. And again, we have got edged lines to line things up. Isn't that awesome? This is the line that we are making. And to do an edge to edge, you can keep repeating this over and over again, line by line. And it is a beautiful fill. Absolutely beautiful fill. I think it would be cool to template it. Probably not a whole quilt though. If I use this as maybe a border treatment or a sashing treatment, then I would like to see how it would look if we cut this portion out. I'm going to come back and put this flourish in here, okay? But when I do, I'm going to stop at the heart. I'm not going to come and have it hanging out in thin air. Okay, we're going to go ahead and lay this back in here. And off we go again with the flirt. And again, this channel is big enough to run your foot through, but it doesn't really give you too much play side to side. So I think it was Maureen who asked, you're not going to have any problem sticking to one side or the other. It's really not going to show that much if you do or don't. Okay, there we go. We're going to do one more of these guys. And around we're gonna go. Okay, now this is going to be the last part. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to use that flourish to end this row. Okay? And we want it to go this way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it up. Whoa, I got it upside down, guys. I want it to go this way. Oh, what can I say? What is the day today? Oh, now it's Tuesday. Okay, so here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go any further than the outside edge of this heart, okay? Oh, my foot just got loose. I am really living dangerous tonight. I think I'm playing bobbin roulette, Janice. So hopefully you're watching over me, making sure that I get to the end of the life before I run out. And there we go. And there we go. So now I will come back and I will do the same thing on this side. I want to make sure that I don't just leave this hanging with nothing on it. You definitely want to go ahead and finish that off so that it looks finished, instead of just, oh, where did that other half go? All right. But we don't need it to go outside of the heart. I think to me that just would not make sense to go outside the heart. Then it's hanging out there in thin air. Or if you're in the UP, it's thick air. There's a lot of smoke in it. All right, there we go. And let's go ahead and clip those off. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Oh, thank you, Jan.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, do we have it back now? For some reason, it just muted me. Literally, it did. Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay. I think there's bugs or ghosts in the StreamYard tonight. Oh boy. Okay. So nice borders. Nice borders these are. They're not hard to do. Again, templing would be absolutely adorable in here. If you want, you can do these upside down, right side up. It's all basically going to be the same. So, um, okay. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Are we ready? This is the biggie. I have been seeing this square and a square block everywhere lately. Okay, Jan, good. So I thought to myself, self, and I knew it was me talking to myself because I recognized my voice. What if we were to use this template in a shape? Well, my first inclination was to use a heart and just put this inside of the heart. But then I like I said, I've been seeing this square and a square quilt block everywhere. And I thought to myself, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that and see how I can do that. So what I did was I stitched in the ditch. Okay, this is all ditch. These are seam allowances. Okay. Then what I did was I came in and I did some measuring. And what I measured was exactly 2¼ inches from here to here will put my hearts even going all the way up. So I would come here and put another row at 2¼ inches. And marking is allowed. It's not cheating, guys. It's perfectly okay. I mark things ad nauseum. Okay. The marks come off. And if you don't want anybody to know about it, make sure to take the marks off before you show them. That's kind of just the way I feel about it. I think they're a tool, and I think we should use every tool that's available to us. To put these in, I used another tool, and that was stitching line discs. Because after doing it on paper, I wanted to see how it was going to look on the fabric. And you know what? I'm really liking it. So I came in and said, okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to split it evenly to the left and right, which means, look at, could that be any more perfect? We have just enough at this diamond point or this square point, this square on point to put in one heart. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and turn it around this way because I want you to see it. I know I'm stitching backwards, but that's okay. You guys got it. You guys know. Okay? All right. Put that needle back down.
This is that time. Casey's clock
Okay.
is going off.
Our Casey, he knows when it's time to go downstairs, and he just said, it's time to go downstairs, Dad. Okay, hon, I'll see you down there. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to make this one heart here. And remember, this is the shape. We're putting the design inside the shape. This can be any shape too, guys. It does not have to be a square and a square. It can be a heart. It can be a circle. It can be anything you want it to be. It can be a diamond. Okay, there we go. I'm going to come back this way and take this off. Now, we have this flourish, and I do want us to use the flourish, okay? Because we're going to be using it up on top. So what I did, I think you can see it better this way, is we're going to come and we're just going to go to the edge of the heart of the square. I'm sorry. Now I'm going to come out. I'm going to touch that square. I'm not going to go any further out. I'm going to come back to center. The one thing that's really awesome about this particular design is it's going to teach you to say, what if? Or how do I do a portion? Obviously we're not going to do the whole stuff, the whole part and embellishment on this. But where do you want to go with it? Where do you want to stop? This is going to make you think about those things. And I think that's a good thing. I really do. Because when you start getting to the point where you take elements out of the templates, you can actually start having a lot more fun with them. Okay, back to center. Now this time I'm going all the way to the center of that block in the block because now I'm going to travel. Or am I? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I am not going to travel. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break thread here. And why am I doing that? I am doing that because I want to always start in the center. Work out, come back, work out. I have now found an easier way to do it. I think this is going to be not just easier, it's going to be a lot more accurate for us. So here we go. I'm going to line this up, starting at the bottom. Pull that thread up, and I'm going to make one rotation. There we go. Oops. There we go. Line everything up. Nice and centered. Take one stitch in place. There we go. Nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy. Get rid of that now. And you can see my drawing that I put in here with my stitching line discs is not absolutely perfect on top of my stitching, or my stitching is not perfect on top of the drawing. It's okay. The drawing part's going to go away. Nobody's ever going to see it except me. Well, and you all, but you're not telling anybody, right? There we go. Just lost, my foot just came loose. And stop. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this out. I want my flourish to come around and up. I'm going to go to the right first. If you want to go to the left first, you certainly can. It's your decision. It's all up to you. And up we're going to go. And we're going to stop. Now we're going to be right, almost right on that line that we drew. That I forget what the measurement is, 2 1/4 or 2 3/4. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's going to be right on that line. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn this around. Now what you're going to notice, my heart comes outside of this. Do I want to stitch out here? Absolutely not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch around here, and then I'm going to stitch in the ditch to finish up there, okay? Remember, soft hands. Keep those hands really relaxed. When you do, you can't push against that template against that foot. Travel, take your time. I know you got this. There we go. Now we're going to come up and back to center. Look at how beautiful that is. And stop there. Now we're going to come in, take the heart off, and we're going to put the embellishment on. And it's going to go in this direction. We're going to line that up nice and straight. And we're going to stop when we hit this seam allowance. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it right there. Because I want to know how much of my heart I can put in here. Okay? How am I going to line my heart up to know that I'm in the right place? That's where this guy comes in right here. Okay? I want to make sure you can see this well. Right here is going to match up with this rotation. So I'm going to line it up. Perfectly. Now I'm going to stitch back down, and I'm stitching down on that seam allowance, on that ditch, stitching in the ditch. And it's only, what, one stitch I have to stitch down? That's nothing. That's hardly anything, right? We're going to come up and around, and we are going to stop where? We are going to stop at that seam right there. Okay? So now we have made, look at this, we have made partials easily, so easily. And it looks awesome. It just absolutely rocks, doesn't it? I am loving this. Okay, now I'm going to come back and finish this side of it. And I'm going to do that by first putting my foot down, drawing my thread up. Pull that bobbin thread up. Foot down, needle down. And there we go. I'm going to make sure that I've got my template lined up. And I do. Very nice. Now I'm going to come on up here. And we're going to stop right here. I'm going to take the template off. I'm just going to cut this thread back here, guys. Y'all know that by now I'm going to get rid of that thread. Now this heart goes upside down. This one's right side up. This one goes upside down. So I'm going to set it in there, and we have this etched line to line it up. So that we know we've got it on the right side. Is that cool or what? I'm telling you, they thought of everything with this one. Okay, here we go. Oh, I kind of my foot got away from me that time. There we go. Nice and smooth, nice and easy, very relaxed. Okay, I'm going to stop at that seam line. Remember, I'm not going to get it out. I'm not going to put my design outside of that. But I'm also not going to move my template. I'm going to keep hold of it, keeping it steady and in the right spot. So here we go. Perfect. Now we're going to come back down to the bottom center. Stop. I'm going to pull this out. Put this one on. And I got over one stitch too far. No worries. I'm going to line this up. And we're going to come up. And we're going to stop when we hit that seam allowance, that seam line. There we go. And now we can take that out. Now, what I want you to do is realize this is going to work for any shape you pick. Any shape you pick. And look at how cool that is. Now, what I did on this one, pretending that this is a quilt block, I don't want to leave this blank. I want something in there. So what I'm going to do is I put a diagonal line in there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my heart in there, lining it up on that diagonal line. Oops, there we go. Okay, take my first stitch in place. I'm gonna, with nice, relaxed hands, I'm going to stitch around my template. I'm gonna stop here and cut these threads off. Boom. Gone. And around we're gonna go. And we're coming back to the bottom. Okay, needle down. My foot came loose, but that's okay. We can fix that. I'm going to put the embellishment in. And what I'm going to do, I want this to be even on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I am going to line up my template so that this outermost portion of the embellishment line here just grazes that seam. And I'm going to come up all the way to the top, right there, and I'm going to come back down. There we go. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to take my template and I'm going to also turn my template around. Okay. I'm going to line it up the same way. I'm going to line it up until the biggest part of this channel just grazes that seam. I'm going to come all the way up. And now we're going to come back down to center. And we're going to go ahead and take that out. And you can get a good look at it. What do you think, guys? Is that cute or what? Well, goodness. There it is. Tippy stop. There we go. What do you think? Fun stuff. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. Okay. Pastry Queen's Farm Adventures asked, am I using a 301? Yes, I am using a 301. This is my favorite machine for ruler work. I stole this one from my husband. I think between the two of us, we have 4 301s because we're so unwilling to use anything else to do ruler work. And yes, Ken is learning to do ruler work and he's doing a beautiful job on it. Thank you for asking. Donna says, my dog is squeaking and I don't have a cat. Donna, thank you for coming in and we will see you in the morning. Okay. You guys are liking this. That's awesome. It really makes my heart smile that you do because, I love doing it. And coming up with different things like this is it's just icing on the cake as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I'm going to have to make a quilt with a square inside of a square now. Oh, thank you, Linda. Unfortunately, doctor said it could take weeks before I'm back. Uh, oh, yes, you can get the feed dogs down on the 301 if you, it's the knob right behind towards the back of the machine next to the bobbin. Yep. So, and if you have any trouble, Pastry Queen, feel free to give me a call. Not a problem. You can give my contact information. Anybody can go to society.com and look under the Elevate tab, and it will show you the list of instructors. And all of my contact information is there. And I not only encourage you to use it, but I enjoy it when you do because I love talking about template and quilting and just all that kind of stuff. And I hope tonight's show was good. I know I've had a great time here. I do very much apologize for the coughing. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I really do. Hopefully tomorrow morning will be a little better. And tomorrow we are going to be working with Spin Effects 6. And we will be here at 8 a.m. Central Time. And Pastry Queen, I'm glad you made it here too. It's so nice to see you. I hope you come back. We do this we do this on even numbered Mondays, even dates on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Central Time, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time, and every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Central Time. So there's always something to see, and everything is recorded. You can find it at 906 Quilting's YouTube channel, or you can find it at So Steady's YouTube channel. And when you get there, please don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. That always is welcome. I love to see those numbers growing. I'm very new to the YouTube channel, so I don't have many followers. So I covet everyone I can get. Oh, you guys have been wonderful tonight. You really have. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning. So until we meet again, let's quilt.